do the Diddy update. Diddy update. I just came up with that. First day of testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial ends. All right. And this is all the updates by NBC News, which is very dope. And they actually got like all of the that was said. But you know what? We really ain't here for all of this. Ain't nobody here for the real facts and what we here for is this right here. Diddy allegedly made sex worker do shocking act in Cassie's mouth during freak off. Felt like she was choking. Prosecutors made claim during the opening statements of Sean Combs' trial. Prosecutors alleged that Sean Diddy Combs made a male sex worker urinate in Cassie Ventura's mouth during a freak off. Opening statements in Combs' trial officially began Monday, May 12th. Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson described one alleged incident during the freak-off in which Combs allegedly told the escort to urinate in Ventura's mouth, after which she said she felt like she was choking. The music mogul is facing charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting to engage in prostitution in a September indictment. He pled not guilty, which is crazy, right? Oh, so the first witness was a former Puffy security guard. Said he offered him a sack of money not to talk about the Cassie hotel incident. So Flores testified that he was on the shift that day at the International Continental Hotel on March 16, where the surveillance camera showed Combs dragging and kicking Diddy in the hallway. The incident occurred around 11 a.m. and Flores was called to a woman in distress on the 6th floor. He testified that he recognized Combs, who was in a towel, but did not recognize Cassie at the time. She was scared, Flores testified. She was in the corner, hood on, covered up. I couldn't see her face. She was pretty much in the corner. On the floor was destroyed, and on the floor was a destroyed flower vase. Flores said that Combs told him they were arguing at the time. He noticed Cassie trying to walk away and get her phone, but Combs told her she wasn't going to leave. The former hotel guard said he put his body in the doorway and stood for a few minutes until Cassie left the room. I started to leave and Combs called for me, Flores said. He had a sack of money and he threw it at me and said, "Don't tell anyone."
Did he take the money or not?
We about to see, because it go up this way. So this is just an update. It was at least 20 fans of Combs camped out overnight ahead of the court's doors opening at 8 a.m., including some who slept in tents. The circus-like atmosphere, dozens of cameras and spectators outside suggests trial has a ton of interest from the public. Man, them ain't no goddamn Combs fans. Them is YouTubers and shit trying to be first at that shit. That's what ain't no. I'll be shocked if it's a motherfucker out there besides Kanye West talking about free Puffy or his kids or something like that.
Mace said he might show up.
Well, Mace gonna be like, "Hey Diddy, I finally brought you back your dildo. I know you gonna need it. Well, you probably won't need it."
Oh shit.
Combs tried to take the phones of the hotel security, but was pinned to the wall, former guard testifies. After describing the sack of money Combs offered him as a bribe, Flores then testified that Combs attempted to take the phones of the hotel security guards. He came to the door, closed the door behind him. He grabbed the phone my colleague was holding because he thought he was being recorded. He eventually gave the phone back, Flores said. "We said we are not recording you and de-escalated the situation," he continued. Flores then said that when Combs tried to grab his phone, he pinned Combs to the wall. Then they played the video of Cassie's 2016 hotel assault. And that's a good question. Did he take the money? I want to know, did he didn't take the money? Videos. Yeah. the court, they was like, "So that bag of money, what you call the fifth?" Yes, I'm claiming the fifth.
Because to me, if I was, I'm like, look, I need to know if this man took the money or not. Because clearly he is not of his word if he took the money, and he on here right now.
He is not a credible witness. Did you or did you not go to CC's Pizza immediately? We got a receipt right here. Is this Diddy's money or not? Oh, I can't cuss in the courtroom. Sorry about that. So after that, they played the video, and it says videos from the March 5th, 2016 incident where Combs was seen beating Cassie in the hallway of the International the Intercontinental Hotel were officially submitted into evidence. Prosecutors approached Flores with a thumb drive, which the former hotel guard said contained 5 videos from that morning. He was asked to describe the videos as he watched them on the witness stand. Flores, describing one video, said Cassie comes down the hall and puts down a bag before Combs comes up behind her in the towel and slams her head and drags her to the floor and starts dragging her back to the room. In another video of the same hallway, Flores says Combs barrels down the hall towards Cassie and tries to grab the phone from her. Them the videos we seen. Y'all said it was 5 videos. Give us the descriptions of the other videos. Former hotel guard took cell phone video off the Cassie incident to show his wife. Flores testified that he took some cell phone videos after responding to the hotel incident between Cassie and Combs. He told the court that he made a video because he didn't think his wife would believe him if he went home and told her what happened. One video showed him motioning to Cassie to go into the room, and another includes him picking up a phone and discussing the incident with the supervisor. The former hotel guard testified that he hadn't reviewed the video of the assault before writing the incident report. Flores said he didn't call the police because Cassie wanted to leave and no one was pressing charges. Oh, so they documented the shit. But did you take money? Guard 100% thought Combs holding up money was a bribe. Combs' attorney, Brian Steele, took up questioning Flores on the cross-examination and pushed the former guard on his belief that Combs was trying to bribe him. As far as the bribe, Mr. Combs held up $100 bill. I know he did, not $100 goddamn dollar bill.
Bruh.
That ain't no goddamn bribe. I would have took that shit.
He was showing him this bag full of these.
Okay, let's see. All right, he said, as far as the bribe, Mr. Combs held up $100 bill. You took that as a bribe? You used the word bribe still as? 100%, Flores answered, later affirming the same belief when asked about the sack of money Combs held up. Steele also pushed Flores about the report made for the hotel at the time of the 2016 incident. He asked Flores why he didn't include Combs allegedly telling Cassie she couldn't leave. Flores responded that he didn't think it was a significant fact to include. Next witness was the male escort. He was called to the stand as a second witness. The prosecution called a new witness, Daniel Phillip, who worked as a male escort and says he received money from Cassie to have sex. Money from Cassie to have sex in around 2012, 2013. What? I would expect the money, who knew? He's saying Cassie was putting the money on the dresser and said Daniel Phillips got the most, not the lesser. Let's continue. Male stripper says he had sex in front of Combs. Phillips described the 2012 or 2013 gig when he was paid a few $1,000s to have sex with Cassie while Combs watched. The prosecution witness said he was expecting to do a striptease and leave with a $200 tip. At that point, she gave me a few $1,000s and said she would tip me when I leave, Phillips told jurors. We ended up having sex, rubbed baby oil on each other for a couple of minutes. This baby oil up for me forever. Combs was sitting in the corner masturbating. That puppy is a cuckold. Wow. After they had sex, Philip said Cassie gave him a couple of $1,000 more. What?
Damn.
A sex worker alleges that Combs gave instructions during sex with Cassie. Phillips told the court that Combs would often instruct him on how to have sex with Cassie. He started really directing us after the second time, Phillips testified. Some of those instructions allegedly included role play scenarios, when to orgasm, where Combs wanted Phillip to ejaculate, and what sex acts to perform. According to Phillip, Combs would occasionally stop him so that Combs could have sex with Cassie. He also alleged that Combs offered him drugs, but Phillip said he didn't use substances. Phillip described one time in which he said it appeared Cassie might have been under the influence of drugs. Combs opened the door, he said. I don't think this is going to happen today, Phillip said. She looked like she was completely passed out, half on the couch and half off the couch. Puffy, he said, I don't think this is going to happen today. That's some shit you say, like, I don't think it's gonna happen today. It's some shit where you supposed to help your homeboy move and shit. And he opened the door
Yeah.
with a sprained leg. He's like, man, I don't think it's gonna happen today, dog. We got to catch me out. And what's really crazy though, this motherfucker said he's 100% sober while is jacking off in the corner. And
I mean, he did say he got multiple thousands to have sex with Cassie. I mean, granted, and Diddy was there, but that's what you do. You a sex worker. That's what you do.
Touche. I can't. You right. God damn. Sober. That means that it woke up. He was like, all right. Whew. All right, honey. Bye, kids. Going to work today. I'm gonna f the shit out of Cassie. See you guys later. Bye. Honey, you're not gonna take any coffee? Caffeine? Are you offering me drugs? Judy? I told you, when I go to work, I have OSHA requirements, and I do not take substances. I'm gonna f her brains out, maybe piss in her mouth, 100% sober. I love you, Julius, or whatever his name was, Philip. Stripper says Combs urged him to keep quiet. Philip told jurors that Combs made it clear that he was to keep quiet about the alleged work. He asked for my driver's license and took a picture of it and said, it's just for insurance. That if I spoke about it to anybody, I understood it that if I spoke about it to anybody, I understood it to be that he was threatening me, he said.
Yep.
Sex worker describes witnessing Combs assault Cassie. Philip said he once saw Combs assault Cassie because she didn't come to the rapper's side as soon as he called. I heard him yell out, babe, come here. Philip said, adding that Cassie then asked for a moment more time as she finished working on her computer. Combs came out the room and I saw a liquor bottle fly past her and hit the wall, he told jurors. He grabbed her by her hair and dragged her by the hair into the bedroom. She was screaming and he pulled her into the bedroom. And what I heard sounded like him slapping her. Philip said Cassie apologized, but that Combs responded by saying, bitch, when I tell you to come, you come now, not later. Philip said that he was shocked and terrified, but that he didn't know what to do. He said he did not intervene and that there were 4 or 5 bodyguards in the other room. Yeah, Philip.
Yeah.
You talking about hands tied behind your back? Wow. I ain't gonna lie, I would have wanted to look like a hero. I was like, yeah, I got up, I was about to run in there, bloop, slipped on the baby oil, I was up, back throughout. But I was gonna go stop it though. Sex worker recalls telling Cassie, you need to get help. Asked if there was any other time Philip could recall Combs yelling at Cassie, he testified that there was an incident he could hear while the couple was in the bedroom at the Exodus Hotel. I heard her yelling, I'm sorry. Someone was being slapped around and slammed around the room, Philip said. And I looked around the corner and I saw Mr. Combs walk out of the hotel all together without clothes. He might have had on a towel. Cassie then ran out of the room and jumped into Philip's lap, shaking and terrified, he said. Philip said he recalled wondering why Cassie stayed with someone who was beating her like this. She basically tried to convince me that it's okay and I'll be okay, Philip said. And I said, it's not okay and you need to get help. Wow. The stripper with a heart of gold.
He was a stripper or a sex worker?
Oh shit. Well, they kept going back and forth. They went from stripper to sex work. Oh, you know what? He had 2 jobs. He went in as a stripper, and they was like, yo, I need you for a cast. He was like, hold on, I got to clock out. Ching. And then he got his other time card for sex worker. Ching. And then,
That makes sense.
For tax purposes, probably for tax purposes, because you can't f with the IRS.
You definitely cannot.
Do not f with the IRS. So you really found this sex work under stripper work? Take him to jail. Day 1 of testimony complete. Court was adjourned just before 5 p.m. as Judge Run Submarinian. Oh, Sub-Zero. Yeah. Thanked jurors and said he'd see them again at 9:15. The day ended with the defense cross-examining Daniel Phillips, a stripper who testified he was once paid thousands of dollars to have sex with Cassie as Combs watched. You see how they just referred to him as a stripper and then sex work? I bet you Sam Moore wrote this. I bet you Sam Moore is the culprit behind these flubs.
Probably so.
The male escort will return tomorrow to the witness stand. Daniel Phillips, the male escort who testified today, will return and continue cross-examination tomorrow. The judge ordered Phillips not to speak to his attorney even overnight before he comes back to testify again. All right, okay. And Combs faces 5 criminal counts, 1 count of racketeering, 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, coercion, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs has ferociously denied the allegations against him. So they didn't talk about the urinating. Did we talk about the urinating?
I don't think I've seen that.
Well, People Magazine talked about it, goddammit. So apparently,
Yes, he did.
He was pissing in folks' mouth and it seemed like she was choking. Gee whiz, man. Gee whiz.
How does that, what if you was going just think you was finna go hit something, but then you found out you had to pee? Do you be like, hold on, in the middle of it, like, let me drink some water real quick? I didn't know that was part.
Damn. Then probably like, hold on, Playboy. Hold on, Playboy.
You ever take a drug test and you be like, I ain't drinking no, I gotta drink some more water. So you just in there drinking water.
Dude, I'm talking about 2 gallons one time.
Damn.
Per the instructions. Per the instructions.
Shit.
And I need to send them motherfuckers a thank you note. Thank you. I thought it was a scam at first, but you guys saved my life. It came out electric, Gatorade yellow, but apparently they didn't give a about that. All right, y'all. Next story we got coming up. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. This story, cause are you shocked at the pissing allegations?
Like when I first read it, I was like, dang, that's wild. But then after I thought about it, it is Diddy.
But Diddy didn't do it though. He instructed the dude to do it. Like Diddy wasn't even doing the pissing.
But it's the fact that Diddy was involved. Like, the game has been messed up for me now. I believe that anything somebody said that Diddy did, then Diddy did that shit.
Oh yeah. They be like, Diddy the moon. Like, I knew that nigga went to space and had sex with the moon. It sounds very Diddy-ish for that, you guys. It's 7:15, that means the struggle stream, but we probably late, so it might be 8. You know, I just ate on this freestyle I created, so hit that like, subscribe, cause we about to go live. Risking super rig, we try our best, but we still, when we